Chirp-free. Must be lacking tenants at the moment. Looks like he brought refreshments. People have come by to pay their respects to Deborah.
Howdy!
Hey there, buddy.
Welcome, visitor. You may place your tribute to our lost legend, Deborah Sinclair, on this rock. To your right.
Oh. Great. I'll get on with that in a minute. Who are you?
Name's Randy Mulkins, president of the one and only SSS.
SSS?
Sinclair's Saga Squad, of course. From whence do you hail, fair lady?
Oh, I live over in the city. Cassidy.
Ha! I mean, which fan club do you belong to?
Oh, Deb's Dynamic Devotees, of course.
Never heard of it. Must be local?
Yep. Yes, quite local. I'm Kathy, by the way. Kathy Rain.
Oh, that's a lovely name. It sounds like a character in a book.
Well, I certainly have days when I wish I was made up.
Whoa, that's deep.
Huh. Do you mind if I ask you a few things?
Always happy to talk to a fellow fan.
What do you know about the Soothsayer?
Only that he took a legendary author away from us.
So, let's talk about Deborah.
My favorite topic. Don't mind if we do.
So, her death. Do you know what happened?
Well, I follow the news like everybody else. I didn't think much of the killings. These things happen. But never in a million years would I expect poor Deb to become a victim.
So, do you know the sequence of events exactly?
Supposedly, some maniac came out here and stabbed her, right in this cabin. No sign of a forced entry, so either the door was open or she let him in.
Any idea of who would want to do that to her? Did she have any enemies?
No, everybody loved Debbie. Whoever did this is a twisted, sick person.
We still have to consider the possibility that it was, one of us.
A fan? No way. I refuse to believe that.
Well, what about the fact that one of the victims was killed on the anniversary of Storm Chaser?
Yeah, that's an odd one. Not sure what to think, but in the end, only the killer knows why he chose that date.
Would anyone benefit from her death then? Some relative who would get the book royalties, maybe?
She had no close relatives, so I'm not sure who would be next in line. I'd be surprised if she had no written will, though. I bet most of that money will go to charity, benefiting Native Americans.
Do you know if Deborah was writing a new book when she died?
Oh, yes. Years in the making. Enshrouded in mystery. Now we'll never get to read it.
Do you know what it was about?
I wish, but no. Deb was tight-lipped about that one. All she stated publicly is that it wasn't a sequel.
Have you ever met Deborah in person?
Oh, for sure. A bunch of times. Only briefly, though. At fan gatherings, book signings, and things like that.
What's your favorite Deborah Sinclair book?
Oh, man. That depends on my mood. But I generally have a weak spot for her early experimental work, like Evermore and The Guidance.
Do you know anything about Jane Doe, one of the Soothsayer victims?
Oh, I don't know anything about those other victims. Sorry.
Do you know anything about scrying mirrors?
Not really. I just heard that they were connected to the murders.
Are you familiar with the King of Kings Catholic Church?
No siree. I'm a Buddhist.
Have you heard of the Azure Sky Motel?
Azure Sky. Azure Sky. Nope.
Have you heard of a drug called Pyre?
Nope. Never heard of that.
Do you know who Hannah Verdew is?
Oh, sure. She's a leading figure in the Cassidy poetry scene. I always try to drop by the Club of Hearts when I'm in town.
Ah, I see. Have you met her?
An average guy like me? I wish. I've seen her from a distance in her club, but that's about it.
What's your opinion on the Club of Hearts?
Only that I love the place.
I don't want to ask him about that. I don't want to ask. That's a nice little shrine you've set up here.
Isn't it? People have come from all over the country to send Deborah off.
So, how long have you been parked here?
Let me think. 10 days-ish?
Holy cr... Well, that's some dedication, buddy.
Hey, thanks.
I see you brought drinks.
Yep, perfect weather for some iced tea.
I wonder if there's still any of Deborah's mail in there.
I doubt it. If there was, the cops must have taken it.
So it would be pretty interesting to have a look inside the cabin, huh?
Oh, I have definitely entertained the thought. Who wouldn't want a closer look inside the famous cabin of Deborah Sinclair?
So why not? There's no one else here. I won't tell if you won't.
That's so? I'm not sure your intentions are pure. Maybe if I knew you were a true fan of Deborah Sinclair.
Oh, but I am. I told you. I'm a longtime member of Deb's Dynamic Devotees. You know, the old DDD.
Uh-huh. Then I guess you wouldn't mind answering a few questions about our favorite author. Now, would ya?
Of course not. That would be easy peasy for an avid fan like me.
I'm glad. Let me just dig out this old beaut for you then. Behold, the official SSS membership application form.
A written quiz? Are you fucking serious?
You chicken. Yeah, I figured you were just a poser.
Oh, shut up and give me that thing.
There you are. Let me know when you're ready to hand it in.
Yeah. I don't want to ask about... That's a nice flower pot over there.
Oh, yes. Deborah adored those.
I'll let you get back to your reading.
Don't be a stranger.
I guess I need to read up on Deborah. There's probably some useful information at the library. Hey there.
Certainly.
Can I pick your...
Sure.
What do you know about Deborah's private life?
She had quite an interesting life. Adopted as a child, and her adoptive father, Sebastian Willis Sinclair, was an accomplished author in his own right. Deborah's birth mother was a young homeless woman, and her father was a Native American. Deborah spent much of her life trying to track down her biological father, unsuccessfully. Perhaps in some part due to her roots, Deborah's books have often contained subject matter inspired by Native American religion. She was childless and unmarried when she passed away. Rumors say she was gay, but God knows tabloids are quick to jump to conclusions. I don't think she ever clarified that matter to the public. If you are curious to learn more, I would highly recommend her acclaimed autobiography, Unbound.
Oh, I might check that out. Thanks.
Very well.
If I need a book, I should... A bunch of magazines. Let's keep things more sensible than that. One more thing.
Yes?
Can-
Sure.
Was...
Oh, yes.
I can imagine.
Correct.
Yeah. What kind of...
She dabbled in many different genres over the years, but her afflicted,
Huh, okay.
I believe so.
What do you...
I believe she was killed at her writer's retreat, stabbed to death.
What do you make of this?
I know for certain that Deborah's adoptive father is Sebastian Willis Sinclair. I'm not sure how that relates to some kind of pseudonym, however. I can't shed much light on the other queries, but the computer at the end of the hall might be useful.
Got it. Thanks. Thanks.
Very well.
Pyre is the key. T. Damn. This. A healthy lavender plant. Smells nice. Hey, Randy?
Yep.
Here, I finished your stupid quiz.
I'll be damned.
Told ya. Now, how can we get that door open?
Well, a spare key could be around here somewhere.
Yeah, any idea of where Debbie could have put it?
You know, this makes me think of Thorns of the Wild. When Johnny was trying to enter Miss Goodman's house, the key wasn't just put in a flower pot, it was buried in the dirt.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Moment of truth. Score! Those must create some cozy ambiance at night. Fuel for a heater or a fireplace. That little supply won't last long in the winter, but this place probably isn't set up for year-round occupancy. I can't see much from out here. Shoot, the cops didn't leave the door open. Just my luck, huh? It's got a lock on it. Guess Deborah didn't want people snooping through her mail. I can't even see my reflection. The mirror is all smudged with fingerprint powder. Just some old, dusty decorations. I suppose the police didn't want to bother with bagging all of that. Nothing out of the ordinary except the obvious lack of kitchen knives. Guess the cops followed procedure on that one. I can see marks in the dust on the lower shelf, so the police probably took some items from here. Holy shit. I feel for you, Deborah. She was clearly stabbed when sitting here. The killer must have been showered in blood. In a remote place like this, I guess they had plenty of time to clean up and escape. If that was Deborah's, it would have been taken, so I guess one of Cassidy's finest had a severe case of the munchies. Way too clean of a workspace. The cops must have taken everything. Even a die-hard city gal like me can't deny that view. Way too clean of a workspace. Looks like forensics left a little pile of fingerprint powder here. An author with a book collection. What a shocker. Nice little fireplace. This cabin might be quite cozy if it wasn't for the, bloodbath. I can see tea stains from 2 cups on this table. Did Deborah have a drink with her killer? My trusty makeup brush, an oh so important part of stopping my face from making children run and scream. All right, I've got plenty of powder on the brush now. No point. The cops did that already. I don't want to dust that for prints. I don't want to dust that for... I don't want to dust that. I don't want to dust that. I don't want to dust that. I don't want to... I don't want to dust that for prints. I don't want to... I don't want to dust that. Hey, Randy?
Yep.
I'll let you get back to your reading.
Don't be a stranger.
Well, those poor things are beyond help. A missing cat, roommate wanted, junk for sale. Oh, and a Rachel complaining about neighbors blasting satanic death cult metal music. I gotta meet this neighbor and maybe bring my boombox for good measure. I always wanted to get a chance to use one of those things. Make a real mess somewhere. Hooked on Jesus, huh? Guess they'd get along with Eileen. Standard issue mail slot. I have the same type back at the office. Rachel Wang. The next door neighbor of Eric. No reason to bother them unless I have reason to believe they knew Eric well. Eric's apartment under lock and seal. Eric Holloway. Nothing but overdue bills. I don't think that's worth tampering with. Notes left from friends and family. Nothing in particular stands out. Standard issue forensic seal. If somebody unauthorized is caught breaking this, they're going to jail. I don't think so. Too risky. This area is very exposed. Besides, the murder happened months ago, and that was up on the roof. I doubt the cops left much in the apartment. Pretty tasteless if it wasn't here before the murder. I think I'll save my climbing quota for later. Frag. Boy, this person gets around. I've seen their work all over town. God, I wish my apartment building had working AC. Been nagging my landlord for months about it. Tons of spent candles. After dark, this little shrine must have looked quite nice under candlelight. It's all generic condolences, except this note here. I miss you. It should have been us. May God watch over you. R.W. Oh, that must be Rachel Wayne downstairs. I should go have a chat with her. All dried up. No surprise, it's been months since the murder. Hello, Eric. Sorry you had to die like this.
Who is it?
Hey, I just want to talk about Eric. I'm a private investigator.
No more detectives. Please, go away.
Well, that went well. I guess she doesn't trust people in my line of work. Hey, it's Rachel, right? I dropped my card in your mailbox. I just want to talk.
You're a Christian reporter? What do you want?
Only to talk to you about Eric. It's for a story, a respectful one.
Oh, I suppose that would be all right.
I'm glad. Could you open the door? It's hard for me to hear you out here.
Did you wash your hands? I can't risk getting any germs in here.
Of course. Can I come in?
No, I prefer it like this. I have a weak immune system.
Sure, no problem.
Okay. Ask your questions then.
What do you know about the Soothsayer?
Only that he's an irredeemable demon. I have faith that when his time comes, God will judge him harshly for all the misery he has caused.
So, let's talk about Eric.
All right. What do you want to know?
What was Eric like as a person?
Oh, he was just such a kind, loving man. Not a bad bone in his body. He had so much going for him. But then bad things happened, sending him down a dark path.
What bad things?
Sarah, the girl he was planning to marry, she killed herself.
Oh, damn. How did he cope with that?
He became depressed. I did my best to help. Tried so hard to be his friend and bring Jesus into his life, but he wouldn't let me.
I see. What happened next?
He started doing drugs. He was out of it on more than one occasion, acting all confused out in the hallway. One time, he was so messed up, I had to help him to his bed. I saw lots of paraphernalia.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Well, then there was all the women, of course. All those filthy harlots and temptresses. They just couldn't leave him alone.
What kind of relationship did you have with Eric?
I loved Eric. I truly did, with all my heart.
But it wasn't reciprocated?
I know it was, deep down. He just couldn't find a way to convey it. I'm sure he would have realized that one day we were meant to be together, if it wasn't for all those despicable floozies.
What can you tell me about Eric's murder?
I wish I had something to share about that horrible day, but I was out like a light after taking something to help me sleep. If I'd have been awake, maybe I could have done something.
It wasn't your fault, Rachel. When did you first learn about Eric's death?
The morning after. I didn't see his body, which I'm grateful for. I did witness the blood, though, which was horrific enough.
I can imagine. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary during the days before the murder?
No, nothing. Eric and I hadn't spoken for a while.
Was Eric seeing a lot of women when he died?
Too many to count. They kept dragging him back into sin. I prayed and I prayed, but they kept on coming. It didn't end until one of those Jezebels killed him. I know it in my heart. That's what happened.
Did any of the women stick out in some way? Maybe one of them acted suspicious?
Not that I can remember. I'd have to check my... no.
You'd have to check your... what? Your diary?
I misspoke. Don't mind me. I get confused sometimes.
What can you tell me about yourself, Rachel?
Well, my family is Korean. We belong to a Methodist church. As for me personally, I guess I'm not that interesting. I don't go out much.
Due to your immune system?
Yes, not that any of the doctors believe me. Agents of Satan.
Uh-huh. What do you do to support yourself, then?
I've been between jobs for a while now. I get help from my family in the church.
Do you know Deborah Sinclair, the author?
I've heard her name, but I'm not much of a reader.
What do you know about Jane Doe, the fourth Soothsayer victim?
I heard she was burned alive. I can't imagine the pain.
What do you know about Benedict Townsend, the deacon killed by the Soothsayer?
I know that he was a prominent figure in charity work all around Cassidy. My pastor even held a sermon in his memory.
What do you know about scrying mirrors?
Foul implements, used for witchcraft and black magic. You should steer clear of them.
Are you familiar with the King of Kings Catholic Church?
I've heard of it, but I belong to a different church.
What do you know about Rose Taylor, the first Soothsayer victim?
Not much. I just know that the police think that she was stabbed to death by the same person that murdered Eric.
Do you know the Azure Sky Motel?
That's where the first victim of the Soothsayer was staying. I don't know much else than that, though.
Have you ever heard of a drug called pyre?
Goodness, no. I want nothing to do with drugs.
Do you know who Hannah Verdew is?
No, I haven't heard that name before.
Have you heard of the Club of Hearts?
I haven't. Never been there.
That's all my questions. Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye now, and God bless you.
Yeah. You too. Poor girl, this Rachel. She seems to have quite a few issues. I'm not sure how reliable her information on Eric is. In any case, I think I'm done here for today. I should look for clues about Deborah's murder, both inside Rows and rows of buried folks. Makes me think of Grandma. I'm glad I got a chance to reconnect with her a few years ago. Not a fan of mausoleums. Some bad shit went down last time I hung out in one of those. The King of Kings Catholic Church, established 1904. This place is smack dab in the middle of the city, huh? Not sure what that building is, but it looks related to the church. Hey there, how's it going?
No time to chat, young lady. I gotta get this old bird up and running. You'll have to come back later.
Engine trouble? Can I help?
Maybe so. As long as you aren't a complete dimwit. See that toolbox?
Yeah, what about it?
It's real simple. I'll ask you for tools. You hand them over, one by one.
No problem. Sounds easy enough.
Good. Just don't hand me the wrong thing. That would be an abject disaster.
I think I can handle it. I happen to know a thing or two about engines.
That's so. There should be smooth sailing then. Let me know when you're ready. Still waiting, young lady.
All right, I'm ready. What do you need?
Hand over the medium-sized wrench, will ya? Not the rusty one. All right, now something to cut a wire and check the voltage. That's finished. What's next? Give me the regular pliers and then the big Phillips screwdriver. Now I need the key set, the mini wrench, and the other big screwdriver, not the one you gave me before.
Can you repeat that?
Now I need the key set, the mini wrench, and the other. All right, good. We're done with that phase. Let's see here. Hand over the rusty wrench, something to bash with, and the small flat screwdriver, will you? I got a 6-inch bolt here. A real oily little thing. First, I need something to clean it with, and then a tool to grip it properly. Hand me the other type of screwdriver. Same size as the last one you gave me. Also, I need a wrench 2 sizes smaller than the last fixed-size wrench.
Can you repeat that?
Let's have the other screwdriver. Same size, and drop a couple of inches from the last fixed-size wrench you gave me. I think that did it. Hit the ignition, lass.
Okay, hang on.
Praise the Lord.
I prefer to go by Kathy, but thanks.
I didn't quite catch that, young lady.
Oh, never mind.